Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Ian Happ. He is an outfielder for the Chicago Cubs, and he's really their lone piece that's really good in their lineup. Everyone else is kind of iffy, but he is one of the best in their lineup and one of the best outfielders in the game, and he's on the trade block this season as the Cubs really aren't that good. He's having a career year. He has 8 home runs, around a 280 average, and almost a 2 WAR, I think. So he's been really good this season, and a team that's contending definitely would want to trade for him, as he could help them in the playoffs. You know, with that switch hitting capability is really deadly to pitchers. So let's get into some trade targets. So I think the Blue Jays and Red Sox from the East could be a very good possibility, as they both kind of need an outfielder. The Blue Jays kind of less because they have a really good offense, but they're always trying to look to upgrade, and them falling out of contention, they might want to get back involved. So they might make a big trade for an Ian Happ. And with the Red Sox, you know, they need an outfielder. And, you know, another team is the Mets. They're looking for an outfielder. They might get Andrew Benintendi, though, so I think they're out of the equation. Maybe the Giants, if they want to get back in contention. The Padres, if they want to upgrade in their outfield. You know, teams like that. I mean, maybe the Twins, if they want to get a corner outfielder, because they have Byron Buxton in center. But out of all those teams that I named, there's one team that I didn't name that I think needs an outfielder definitely and needs a switch hitter desperately, and that is the New York Yankees. Now, if you want to get Ian Happ, it's going to take a lot, because he's a really good player. You have control over him for some years, so it's going to take a lot. It's going to take some top prospects and all that, and I don't know if Brian Cashman is willing to pony up and do that and send a couple of prospects over to get Ian Happ. But if he does, I think Ian Happ would be a perfect player to add to the New York Yankees, and I think it would be a perfect destination. He's already with John Boy Media, and as we all know, John Boy Media, they're Yankees fans. So what better thing to do than be on the Yankees, right? So let's say it's a match made in heaven, and Brian Cashman is willing to pony up the prospects to get Ian Happ. What would those prospects look like? I think you would probably have to throw in an Oswald Peraza, even though Cashman said he doesn't want to deal Peraza. I think for Ian Happ, you would have to give someone like a Peraza, maybe even a Dominguez. But I think, for me, I would go Austin Wells, maybe a pitcher like a Ken Waldichuk or Luis Gil. And, you know, if not those, Austin Wells and Luis Gil, I'd say you definitely have to give up Oswald Peraza. If Brian Cashman's lying and he's willing to give up Oswald Peraza, this would be my ideal trade. I would put Oswald Peraza and maybe a Luis Gil, and then someone like a Miguel Andujar, send it over to the Cubs, and I think that would be enough to get Chicago's left fielder and Ian Happ. And maybe even you throw in, you know, the closing pitcher that they have, David Robertson. You know, he's familiar with New York. He's been in New York. He could shine in the bright lights. So maybe a David Robertson and an Ian Happ would be a good mix to send over to New York for Miguel Andujar, who can plug in right in that left field spot and play you a really good offense, because he's really good at offense. I don't know why the Yankees don't call him up. And also send over a top prospect in Oswald Peraza at shortstop, either a new shortstop for the future instead of like an Ed Howard, maybe move him over to like third base or second base. And then, like I said before, Luis Gil, who's a reliable starter once he comes back. You know, command is an issue, but once you get that under control, I think he can be one of the nastiest pitchers in the game. But if you don't want to give up Peraza, and maybe you want to stick with Gil, and maybe you want to give Andujar a chance, I don't know, but I think Andujar would definitely be involved in the trade. So with that said, we're going to do another trade, and I think you would do an Austin Wells and Ken Waldichuk and maybe an Estevan Florial. It's kind of the same with the other deal I just said, but it's just different players. Like, if you don't want to give up some, you mismatch, really. So, yeah, with that being said, I think Ian Happ goes to the New York Yankees. Let me know what you guys think, what team he'll go to, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.